Can you replace your Claude subscription or your ChatGPT subscription with a subscription to Kimi Code, Moonshot AI? That's the question I want to answer by the end of this video. I've been using all three models, all three subscriptions for a long time. I've had a subscription to Moonshot for about 3 months now, and I'm on their their $19 a month plan. Now, the little intro video you just saw was entirely made by Kimi K3. And in case you don't know very quickly, Moonshot AI is the company behind Kimi Code. It's a Chinese AI company that's producing this model, and it's an open weight model. The predecessors 2.5 and 2.7 have also been open weight, and they basically have all the same features as Claude or ChatGPT if you're on the subscription plan. And so that's why I want to compare them in this video. Now, here's an HTML page that was made by Kimi K3. In this page, I'm doing a bit of a comparison between Kimi K3 and Opus 5, but no matter what model exists when you watch this video, I want to talk more about my experience using Kimi Code to answer the question, can you get rid of the tier 1 subscriptions for this cheaper Chinese alternative? Now, I could have made this HTML page a lot better if I'd focused on it, but it's not perfect. But I wanted to give you an example of, hey, if you're using Kimi to make a website, here's what it might look like. The important things you need to know is, as I said, Kimi K3 is open weight, but it's massive. No one can really run this locally unless you have like a server rack with a ton of free hardware. So for most of us, we're not going to be running Kimi K3 locally, but it is an option. The fact that it's open weight is a plus for them if you're looking at that. Now, when you compare it to something like Opus 5, we could put Fable 5 in here, but as you might know, your actual usage of Fable 5 is limited depending on your subscription. So I thought it was good to look at these two neck to neck. Now, let's take a look at OpenRouter for the benchmarks, but they're actually really close when it comes to Opus 5 versus Kimi K3 versus ChatGPT Sol 5.6. So if we jump over to OpenRouter, and here's a good diagram here, when we look at the intelligence, the coding, and the agentic benchmark, they're neck and neck, right? In between them both is GPT 5.6 Sol, and my point is that anytime you're watching this video, whether it's K3 still or some future version, they do a very good job of very quickly releasing a model right after Anthropic that is almost as strong. And now, yes, they've been accused of using Anthropic's own models to train their model, and maybe that's why they're so close, but that's a topic for another day. The thing you do need to know is that tick for tat, Kimi K3 is cheaper whether you're on the subscription or the API. In fact, for the subscription, it's $3 input, $15 output versus Opus 5, $5, and $25. And as you probably know, Fable 5 is even way more expensive than this, $10 and $50. The other thing you need to be aware of is the $19 plan that I'm on for Kimi K limits you to a context window of 256,000 tokens, even though the model does support a million context window. And all that means is when you're in a long chat or a long coding session, you're going to hit the token limit sooner, and it's going to compact the session. And if you've used coding tools a lot, you'll understand that when you compact something, you can run into some funny issues, or the model can start to get dumber or forget things. But for me, I found with the $19 a month plan, you get so much more coding than you get with a Claude Code $20 a month plan. Now, with Claude Code, I've switched around. Mostly I use the max plan, but I have been on the Pro plan before and the team plan before. Same with Codex. I'm usually on the team plan lately. But with Claude, it's very easy to hit your token limit with Pro, whereas I find with Kimi K3 on Moderato, or whatever you want to call this, they have the fancy musical names, you get way more coding out of the $19 a month plan. But there are some issues we'll talk about in a second. Before I jump into the toolbox and what's included with Kimi Code, let's look at a couple quick examples. Here's some 3D animations I made with Fable 5 and Kimi K3 with a single prompt. I told both models to make a detailed 3D animation of a Rubik's Cube and a samurai battle. And you can see here that actually Kimi Code beats Fable 5 in a couple ways where Fable 5 has errors with their samurai video. And this is not the only example because I've run this a whole bunch. I'm putting a bunch of these videos out on my shorts, on my Instagram, my YouTube channel, if you've maybe seen some of these already. But my point is, when it comes to simple tasks, when it comes to web design, when it comes to building a small app, Kimi K3 is doing a fantastic job. And you don't need the absolute best Fable 5 to build what the average user is building. If you're building marketing web flows, if you're automating your small business, you don't need Fable 5 level coding to do that. And so we'll circle back to my experience with Kimi Code. But the other thing you might be thinking is, what about Claude Cowork, or what about work mode for ChatGPT? And the truth of the matter is, everything that Claude comes out with, Kimi Code comes out with pretty fast. And in fact, there's a couple things that Kimi Code has that Anthropic and OpenAI don't. And the main one is Kimi Claw. If you're using Hermes or OpenClaw agents, if you're using AI agents like that, there's a native one-click solution that comes with Kimi, and you can put OpenClaw on your computer or in the cloud with a single click. It's pretty easy to set up. I've done it in the past, and honestly, it works pretty well. This is a pretty good agentic model, as we saw from the benchmark, when it comes to running things like OpenClaw. Now, of course, you can use all these models in the terminal if you like the CLI version. You can also use all of these models within the IDE, within VS Code or within Cursor, right? I use Kimi Code and I use Codex within VS Code all the time. But the other thing is, if we just very quickly look at the two apps side by side for Claude and Kimi Code, this is going to look very familiar, right? Kimi Code has this work version and this chat version, where this is the Kimi Code, just like you have it here. I will say that Claude Cowork, and if you're on ChatGPT, the work version of ChatGPT app is way more advanced than Kimi Code. I will say that that is one potential reason to use this, just because I trust what it does a little bit more. In my experience, this one is still a little bit rusty, and it's something we'll talk about more in the future. It also has a Chrome extension, just like Claude has a Chrome extension if you wanted to control the browser. If you want to switch through your models, if you want to switch between full access or planning mode, all of these things work very similar in Kimi Code, whether you're in the terminal, whether you're in VS Code, or whether you're in their new desktop app, right? So this is what I want to point out, is it's going to feel very familiar to Claude, and you're going to get the hang of it very quickly. And they have plugins, they have custom skills. You're going to get most of the things you're used to. If they don't exist now, chances are in a couple weeks or a month, they're going to exist within Kimi Code. So let's answer the big question. If Kimi K3 is good enough for all the everyday tasks you're doing, and if all the features in Claude are already in the Kimi Code suite that you get when you pay for a subscription, and in fact, if you pay $20 for Claude versus Kimi Code, you get more coding out of Kimi Code, why not just replace all the tier 1 subscriptions with Kimi Code? Well, there's a few reasons that I haven't done so. Number one is reliability. I don't find Kimi Code as smooth as either Codex or Claude Code. And yes, both Claude Code and Codex, whether using the desktop app, whether using the terminal, have their issues, but I run into more little bugs with Kimi Code. A good example was when Kimi K2.7 came out, I couldn't use it on the IDE version for about a week. VS Code version of Kimi Code didn't get updated for quite some time, and I had to call the API in the meantime. The other thing is, Kimi K3 is very slow. When you compare it to Fable 5 or Opus or GPT Soul, Kimi K is very slow at doing tasks. And so if your requirement is just to work quickly, you want to iterate fast, Kimi can be slow and it can be clunky, as I mentioned. You can run into bugs. Especially since the release of Kimi K3, the servers have been overloading a lot. In fact, they even canceled people's ability to buy the subscription for a little while because there was way too much demand. Anthropic servers go out all the time. Don't get me wrong. In fact, Opus 5 has been down a bunch lately, but I do find more issues with Kimi Code. And I think that's because they kind of rush to copy everything that Claude does. I find that ChatGPT and Claude copy each other all the time, but they do a pretty good job. Whereas when Kimi copies something, it takes a few tries before they get it right. It tends to have a few bugs with it, but that's what you get when you pay for a cheaper subscription. So all this to say is, if you want the smoothest, most seamless experience, go with Claude or ChatGPT. If you want purely the most coding per dollar, go with Kimi Code. The other thing to mention is Kimi Code uses Anthropic endpoints. All that means is whether you're on a subscription or whether you're using the API, you can actually use the tool from within Claude Code. It's very easy to set this up to make a plan. Maybe you go to planning mode with Claude Code, come up with a plan with Opus 5, then you can delegate it to Kimi Code to get extra coding done, all within Claude Code, and then maybe you audit the code at the end with Opus 5, right? So by that way, you come up with the plan, you look for any bugs with your Claude subscription, but you do all the extra coding within Kimi Code, and you could have a $20 subscription for both. That's $40 total, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than jumping from the $20 to the $100 or the $100 to the $200 Claude subscription. However, that does mean 2 subscriptions, it means 2 tools, it means your credit card's getting 2 different billings, and everything gets slightly more complicated, but honestly, it's pretty easy to set up. If you need some examples, let me know down in the comments. So, to recap, if you want the absolute most coding per dollar, Kimi Code is a great replacement for Claude Code and ChatGPT. However, it's not going to be as smooth, you might run into some bugs, and most of us don't have the hardware to run it locally. But what I suggest is actually running them in conjunction. They make great supplementary tools to do a lot of your work with Claude Code and supplement it with Kimi Code. If there's some questions I didn't answer, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon with another video.